Sì, così. Ciao a tutti, I'm Roger Bissell, and we are live today in this week's episode with one of my favorite producers, if not favorite producer, from Mount Etna. We have Michele Faro of Pietradolce. Ciao Michele, welcome.
Ciao a tutti, and ciao Roger, ciao a tutti, and thanks for this invitation. It's a great pleasure to be with you.
The pleasure is all mine, Michele. So, with that being said, I want to just jump right into it. Let's talk about Mongibello. Let's talk about what's going on right now. And, tell me a little bit about where we are in the world in Sicily. Tell us a little bit about Mount Etna.
Well, we are on Mount Etna, the highest volcano in Europe, active volcano, and it is actually very active. We have an eruption almost every 2 days, and it's spectacular. It's amazing, not dangerous, likely for people and for the village around, because all the lava flows are going into a big valley called the Valle del Bove, but it's amazing. And so 3,300 meters, the highest volcano in Europe. And our vineyards, our estate is located on the northern slopes of Mount Etna, 950 meters above sea level.
Wow. So that's important to recognize in terms of quality in different structure types and wines, right? Being on the north slope.
Yeah, exactly. First of all, I would like to say that Etna is an island in the island. You know, Sicily is a big island in the middle of Mediterranean Sea, is the biggest island of the Mediterranean Sea. And I always like to say that Etna is an island inside the island. What does it mean? It means that the kind of wines we produce on Mount Etna are totally different compared to the rest of the wines of Sicily. It means people sometimes know Sicily for body wines, very structured wines, Nero d'Avola, and other kind of red grape variety. On Mount Etna, 950 meters above sea level, is all about elegance, nice acidity, minerality, thanks to our volcanic soil, and elegance, finesse. So it's, and we grow a kind of grape variety for red wines, which is Nerello Mascalese, which we only grow on Mount Etna, nowhere else in Sicily.
Nowhere else.
Yeah, you can grow even in Palermo, in the west coast of Sicily, but the result is totally different in terms of the elegance of finesse. It's totally different.
It's impossible, because you're talking, in my opinion, you're talking about, this is my personal opinion now, so you're talking about one of the 5 or 6 great red wine varieties in the world. When you think about it, you have Pinot Noir, like Borgogna, you have Nebbiolo, Sangiovese, Nerello Mascalese. Maybe for me, I love Schiopettino too. But this is such an elegant wine, and then its expression with your flinty volcanic soil is something crunchy and texture that you don't get in any other red wine in the world.
And Roger, when a professional guy in the wine industry like you say this, it makes me happy, and makes happy all the Etna producer working hard on Mount Etna in order to show what great result we can have on Mount Etna. So this makes me happy, because Etna, about 25 years ago, Etna was nothing. Nobody was talking about Etna. Then all in a sudden, luckily, thanks to the hard work of few Etna growers at the beginning, and
right.
And thanks to the work of the job of many other growers in the last 10 years, Etna is becoming more and more popular, and this makes me happy.
So let's talk a little bit. Take us back, because your history and what you just mentioned is very much a part of this, from back in the early 2000s, and being a farmer originally, which I can appreciate. I grew up on a farm too. So tell me a little bit about how you made the transition from
Yeah.
that and convince the family to go into winemaking.
I like to say that our family is a Sicilian family since ever, and I like to say that I am a farmer, and I wanna remain a farmer. I mean, my grandfather Michele, the same name I'm carrying, Michele Faro, same name and surname, was a small farmer owning 1 hectare of vineyards on the southern slopes of Mount Etna and 1 hectare of lemon trees. And he was working himself these 2 pieces of land. He had not driving license, driving a small moto ape, you know, 3 wheels?
Yeah, the ape.
You know what? It was a great guy, very quiet guy, hard worker. And I like to remember remember him as a great worker, very great guy. My father, which was my inspiration in life, in normal life and business life, and which is still very, very strong and healthy, decided to help at the beginning his father, and then he abandoned the business of lemon vineyards, and he started a business of landscaping plants, nurseries, landscaping nurseries. So from zero, he started growing landscaping plants, and step by step, he built up a very good and successful family business, which is still on and very successful, selling plants all around Europe. And then what happened at the beginning of 2005, I said to myself, first of all, at the beginning, 2002, 2003, I was kidnapped by the passion for wine, because wine, thanks to my grandfather, was always in our roots. He was a small wine producer, as I say. So first of all, passion for wines, and then 2005, I said myself, why we should leave our roots, or we should lose our roots. So let's start again producing wine, like my grandfather was doing about 100 years before. And that's how Pietradolce started. We bought some piece of land on the northern slope of Mount Etna, that, as you know, is the most vocated, the most popular for red wines, and even white for sure. And that's how Pietradolce started. And step by step, we build up this family estate with the quality before quantity as the main focus, and we keep continuing like this, growing small Trifloxera centenary vineyards and produce.
120 anni fa.
Exactly. Barbagalli, our Grand Cru Barbagalli is 120 years old vines. Archineri is 95 years old vines. Rampante is 95 years old vine. So it's a monument. And it's a bit crazy what we do, Roger, but we like it.
Such history to feel. So what has been for you, what has been the hardest thing when you decided to go back to the roots and decide to make, what was the hardest thing for you to understand or to learn, or maybe just adjust?
Yeah, I was for sure lucky, because I was born practically in a farm, because since when I was young, I was going firstly with my grandfather in the vineyards, then with my father in the other kind of farm. So I was lucky because I knew the land. Then I was graduated as an agronomist. So I honestly, I never needed an agronomist in my vineyards. I am the agronomist of my vineyards. So I never needed a consultant for my vineyards. And that's great, because more or less, let's say, just to joke, I know what I have to do in my vineyards. So this is easier. I think the hardest things, the hardest things was when I started together with other few producers in Mount Etna at the beginning of the year 2000, was the risk to do the wrong things. Because believe me,
because you were forging something new, because you were,
exactly. At the beginning of the year 2000 on Mount Etna, we were very few producers, and we took the risk to start producing wine on Mount Etna when Mount Etna as a wine area was not so popular around the world. I remember when I started traveling, explaining about wines on Mount Etna, or explaining even about Mount Etna or about Sicily, people say, oh, some people say, where is this? What is this? They were, you know, it was even difficult to explain the location. So I was a little bit afraid. It was hard to understand that in few years, in 10, 15 years, this could be successful like it is now, as it is now. But luckily, it was a challenge, it was a risk, but now I am happy of the choice I made.
Well, some might consider you a visionary for thinking forward like this. So I'm wondering a little bit, what is your total production in terms of bottles for people that are wondering? Because I know you make Carricante and you make Nerello Mascalese, but in terms of your total of all your bottles.
In totally we are and we will remain a small boutique winery, Roger. So we produce about 60,000 bottles per year, including the entry level. But you have to imagine that our cru and Grand Cru are the production of our cru and Grand Cru is something like 7,000 bottles of Archineri Etna Rosso, 4,000 bottles of Contrada Rampante, 2,500 bottles of Barbagalli, 1,800 bottles of Sant'Andrea Carricante Prefillossera. So we like to go very deep in the subject of cru and Grand Cru, and we want also to be more extreme than this. What I mean? I mean that inside the big Contrada, inside the big Cru, we like to produce wine using small clos. You understand? Like Burgundy style. We have. We are not, it's not enough for us to produce a wine called Contrada Rampante, so Cru Rampante, because Contrada Rampante it's huge, it's very big. But we like to go deeper. We like to produce wines from small clos inside the big Cru. And the reason why we do this is because this is a researching the terroir, researching the difference between this area and another area in the same contrada.
Okay, well, stay tuned, everyone that's listening in during this time. You'll be able to access, we'll have a separate video where we'll be able to do a deep dive into the crus of Pietradolce to help you understand the differences. So stay tuned for that video and article as well. At any rate, I just wanted to thank you one more time and leave you with one last question, Michele. I wanted to know, if it was your last day on earth, what wine are you drinking? Who are you with? And what are you eating? And where are you? So 4 parts. Where, who, what is it? This is a tough question. This is a curveball. You didn't know this question was coming.
It should be, I imagine it should be not a wine from Mount Etna.
It can. It's your choice.
But let's say, aside the wines from Mount Etna, because for sure I should say wines from Mount Etna because I love this terroir. But aside the wines from Mount Etna, I would really drink a great vintage of Barolo Bartolo Mascarello for sure.
Oh,
I have a passion for this wine, and for sure, I would pair it with a good plate of tagliolini with truffle, with white truffle.
why are you coming home to me?
And where it could be white. In this case, it could be on a hill on Mount Etna, where I see as a view the valley, the golden valley of Mount Etna. This could be a good location.
Wow. Well, this leaves us with a beautiful image of looking out at Mount Etna, and I think that it's amazing what you're doing. Your wines are elegant beyond belief. Thank you so much for sharing some of your story and your passion with us.
Small gift for you, you know, I don't know if you can see, this is ash from Mount Etna, just fell down from Mount Etna. Black sand.
Oh my gosh.
You know,
Bravo.
we have an eruption in course now, and almost every 2 days we have this black sandy soil falling down as when it's raining. So everything is black now, the streets, the roads, everything, because we have this ash falling down from Mount Etna, which is amazing, spectacular, but it's giving us some problem because it's dirty everywhere.
Well, listen, I hope to see you. Ci sentiamo presto, no?
Con piacere, amico mio.
And next time, I have a funny story to tell you, but you remember you gave me a white Pietradolce hat?
Yeah,
yes. Yeah. I was running in Marche in August. I was jogging, and a dog attacked me.
Really?
And grabbed the hat and tore the hat into pieces.
Really?
He liked the Pietradolce in Marche.
I will give you another one for sure. And I really hope, let me say, Roger, to have again very soon the possibility to drink and have a good food all together.
Certo. I can't wait to. Thank you so much, Michele.
Good. Thanks.
Alla prossima.
Thank you. Alla prossima. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.